Hello everybody, we are Chatty Sparkly Runners and we're back for episode Colin?
12. I'm going 12.
13?
You're going 13, aren't you? I'm going 12.
I don't know why we don't know, but there you go.
There you go.
And we are back in Wales today. We're in Montgomery in Powys, which is, you're going to talk about Montgomery Show Hill Race?
Yeah, it's one of my favourite races because it's totally wacky. It's organised by Paul Beeson of Maldwyn Harriers. And it wasn't been on this year, but most years it's here. It's on a Friday night before the Montgomery show.
And you finish by coming through the Montgomery Castle, which is where we are, and panning round.
You do one lap of the castle. You do one lap of the castle.
It's great to finish around the castle.
No, you don't finish in the castle. Finish
round
in the
the
square.
castle,
Right,
I said, yeah.
And then you do one lap of the castle, then you finish in the square. It's lovely.
It's a really good race.
Friday night.
And we're here to talk about recovery.
Hmm.
Yeah, but you've got to apologise first because you're not wearing your Chatty Sparkly.
No, I got my special Colorado top on. It's a really nice top.
That's not allowed, so I'm going to block you out. Okay, so we talked about recovery last week, didn't we? A little bit.
Yeah, we're going to walk for this, aren't we?
We're walking, and the reason we're walking is...
because walking will help people's recovery probably.
Yeah, it certainly will. Walking is really, really good for you. You want to recover. Right. Okay, so which way are we going to go? That way?
We're going to go down there.
Down there. Okay, off we go.
Okay.
You just like to give me obstacles, don't you? Because there's stone walls and all sorts
to
carry over. Okay, so hang on a minute. What do people need to recover from? Let's remind them.
Okay, so whenever you do any exercise, your body will be more tired after you've done the exercise, and then your body will recover from that exercise, and you'll get just a little bit stronger. And so your body always gives you back more than you put in. That's the wonder of it.
Yeah, and we said last week, we really stressed last week, that it's in that recovery time that your body's getting stronger.
Yeah.
Not actually while you're out there running.
That's right.
So to speak.
Yeah. So it's in the recovery when your body adapts to make you a better runner.
Yeah. And whenever you go running, there's an element of recovery involved, isn't there? Even if you do the same thing every week and you're just doing 5k 3 times a week, like we said last week, you will need to recover from that. But
each run you'll need to recover. But
the more you do,
that your body will get used to doing the same thing. So after 6 weeks or so, if you do the same thing every week, you'll stop improving because your body says, "Oh, I can do this." After each run, you'll still need to recover, but because you're recovering quicker, you've recovered quickly before you do your next run, so you lose the fitness that you've gained.
But it's really important to know when you've recovered, if you're increasing your training though, isn't it?
Yeah, because we all want to do more.
Yeah, we want to do more.
And you should feel tired, but then you should recover and feel fresh again.
Yeah.
So if your recovery days are doing nothing, a yoga or a walk, then you need to know when you've recovered and when it's time to go again.
Because you might be, and we were very specific last week, I think, when we talked about people increasing the length of their long run. We talked about people perhaps running a little bit faster in the week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are the days that you will probably need a bit more recovery.
Yeah, if you're running a bit faster, you need to do a bit more recovery, I think.
Okay, so what are the key signs that you should be looking for to know that you've recovered? I've got some in my head.
Yeah, go on then. Let's walk.
Well, I thought of 3 things.
Yeah, good.
Well, I've got a whole list of things, and I will put, I won't put it on the website, but I'll put it in the group if people want to join the group. I've got a whole table of recovery indicators, which is quite useful. But I just thought, let's make it simple. 3 little indicators that you're ready to go out and run again. First of all, how do you feel? Have you got the energy? So if you're feeling like you've got lots of energy to go out and run, sounds like you've recovered.
Yeah, you're ready to go.
You're ready to go.
Yeah.
Number 2, if you feel motivated, you want to get out there.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Number 2?
You could be overly keen, but generally, if you want to go out,
you want to go for a run. There isn't a little voice in your head saying, or a little Jiminy Cricket saying, "Well, I don't really want to step outside the door."
No.
Okay, and number 3, if your body, your muscles, everything feels good, you haven't got any aches and pains and twinges.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's a little checklist of 3.
Yeah. So, how do you know if you haven't recovered?
That's a bit of a longer list then, isn't
well,
it?
It could be. That you've got to be. It's basically the opposite of what you've just said.
Yeah.
But quite often you'll get people saying, "Oh, I've lost my running mojo," and basically their bodies are weary. Most people go just a little bit too fast. That's why we've started Chatty running. And so what happens is They might go out, they're getting keen because they've just started, they go a little bit too fast, and they do their next run before they've recovered. So they're not as fit, so they can't do it as, they haven't recovered to the same point. So what happens is they go out again and they get a little bit more tired each time. And then after a while their body says, do you know what, we're really weary, we'd rather stay at home and have a cup of hot chocolate or whatever drink they want to. And that's okay, that's fine, that's their body telling you
them
that, that it's time for a rest.
Yeah.
And so you've got to listen to your body. It's all part of feeling-based training. You've got to feel when you're tired and you've got to feel when you're ready to go again.
So when people say they've lost their running mojo, I think a lot of the time people are thinking, they feel guilty that they've lost their running mojo. They think, oh, I'm being lazy, I'm not motivating myself. But in actual fact, it's not, is it? It's their body saying, hang on a minute, you've been doing this much, you need to have a bit of a rest.
Yeah, you just need to listen to your body, because your body will tell you. You've just got to learn to read its messages.
Yeah,
and like it's better than any computer you can ever get. Or your Garmin will tell you your recovery in hours, because it works out your heart rate and your weight and
but it's not.
It's the one thing on Garmin that people don't.
They
don't use. They just ignore it. Oh, 72 hours. Oh, I'll be all right. I'll go out again tomorrow.
Let's get back to signs then that you're not recovered. You've lost your running mojo. That's a good sign that you're not recovered enough.
Yeah, you're weary.
You're weary. You're fatigued. You might have muscle aches like you this week.
Yeah. Only because I've been doing
a little bit more.
Hedging. So my arms are really, really aching. So I don't want to do any more hedging with my new machine.
You need to recover from your
hedging. need to recover, and it's going to. I reckon it's going to take 3 days for this stiffness to go.
But are you going to have muscles like Henry Cavill?
I don't know who Henry Cavill is.
Okay.
Probably not is the answer.
There's lots of other signs as well then that might indicate that you're not recovering, apart from feeling tired and weary. Could be
loss of appetite.
Yeah.
A real good one is not sleeping enough.
Yeah. Being irritable and grumpy. That's you.
I know. Yeah.
And we know you haven't recovered when you're grumpy.
Yeah. We're going up here.
We're going up here
to the castle.
Okay, right.
There's a seat here.
Ooh. What else haven't we mentioned?
Well, we can talk about pulse rate. Because one of the ones you can actually measure is morning pulse rate. So there's a good view of the castle there.
Yeah, let's turn around. We've got to sit down on the bench.
So so if you take your pulse in the morning, when you're tired and you're not recovered, your pulse is higher. And then as you recover, and because your heart is working less hard because you're not as tired, your pulse will drop. If your pulse is 10 beats or more higher, chances are you're fighting off an infection, and it's definitely time for a rest. But if it's 3 or 4, 5 beats higher, it's just probably that you're a bit tired and you need a recovery day.
So taking your resting pulse in the morning is a good way to check that you have recovered, isn't it?
There's lots of other ways to do it. But...
So it's generally how you feel, isn't it? And whether you feel you've got energy. Yeah, you're happy with life.
Yeah. When I need to recover, what happens is I prevaricate my run. So I'll take 5 minutes putting my shoes on, and I'll change my t-shirt 3 times.
It's not quite right, is it? You're not raring to get out of the door, are you?
But yeah. And what we were saying is, if you're just starting and you're a chatty, sparkly beginner, your recovery day will be
a nice walk.
A nice walk. But
yoga,
if you're a performance athlete or the marathon runner that gave me this sweatshirt, then likely your recovery day is a gentle run, because that gentle run will be like the beginner's walk and will help you recover, because it's putting blood through all the muscles, so it's getting rid of all the waste.
So the main message really is listen to your body, isn't it?
Absolutely. Be a feeling-based runner.
Be a feeling-based runner. Listen to your body. If it's telling you you're tired and
you
weary,
are tired.
You are. Yeah. You need to.
It's nothing to do with dedication or pushing harder or any of the other things. I think
we're so used to this sort of push mentality that we push on through tiredness. It's like, we shouldn't do that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be afraid to have a rest, because it's in the rest where you adapt and get fitter. And the most important thing for any runner is to know what a recovery day is for them. And for beginners, a recovery day is a no-run day. Yeah. For a very experienced runner, a recovery day
be
is a gentle, chatty run, and it's where the chatty run comes in for the experienced runners.
So if you want more information about these key recovery indicators, I will share it with the Chatty Sparkly group. So if you want to go on Facebook and join the group, that's great.
Yep.
We have a website, www.chattysparklyrunners.co.uk, and we're on Instagram as well. And we're beginning to get some questions, aren't we?
Oh, so we'll answer a few questions.
I want to answer a really important question next
Okay,
week.
come round, because we see Wales has grown a bit since they built the castle, because behind us is still all Wales. Okay.
Yeah, it's a beautiful view.
Yeah, lovely view.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So next week we're going to start answering some key questions that people have asked us.
And what was the first one? The first one was that, how can you...
Oh yes, how...
It's if you're
if you're chatty running all the time, where's the challenge?
Yeah, brilliant
so
question.
How can you challenge us? And that's what we're going to answer next week.
Okay, good.
Okay, well done.
See you then.
See you next week.
Bye.